Before we start the video, don't forget to like it, share, and subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button. For the sake of receiving all that is new from us. Call today is the happiest day of his entire life because he was officially accepted into the photography company Master Shot. So he is happy because he will finally get a job with a very nice salary and a very suitable work environment. As for him, he is actually reaching the company now. He introduces himself to his colleagues and then thanks them as a manager. The company knows that Assistant Director Suji, he will be his actual manager and leave him alone. Bimshi Tendo was very, very happy and got to know me. This time is on his co-worker, and therefore he was happier because he loved her at first sight, and she was his colleague at work. You regretted after a little work a party was held for him. For his first day at the company, he thought he was really in the perfect job, until you are surprised by the director of Aksuki, telling him we celebrated and everything was fine. Let's go back to work. The company started working again even though it was night. He came very early, but it was normal. He said, it's possible. The company is stuck with them today. So it is normal, but you still have a lot of very, very heavy work to do until morning, until the end. He was pardoned. He went to sleep. Then after a while, he woke up and went to work again. Hence, why does Suji's manager put my work on him very much? Maybe more than all his colleagues. And all of this because he didn't say no or enough. It was you. Seriously, he does an abnormal job and feels that the company, she takes advantage of him, and that he has the worst job he has ever had his whole life, and therefore, he once sat with his friend as a sweeper to talk to him a little. He knows that they are your childhood friends, but Tendo's work pressure made him fight with Kinsha. They separated completely from each other. These two are the only thing that was. Her patience is strong with work. It was Italy. He loves to stand with her a lot and watch her from afar, far away. Even though he always feels that she is not happy, we will know why he does not finish his work in front of you. The company and every day the manager, Kasuji, gets angry with him more and more, and he treats him with more contempt and makes him feel better. He works more and more and always stays in any way I can't work. But I'm afraid he won't find it. Better work or he can't find anything to eat. So Hui was so tired and didn't know what to do. He wished he could. A miracle happens on its own that makes him not go. The work will finally end after a day of work. He is tall and sleeps the next day when he wakes up in the morning. He takes some and is very sad as usual because he goes to work and here the disaster begins. He starts to move the building back quickly. The biggest problem is that all people are everywhere around him. She turned into a zombie, and everyone ran after him. He was running. He was going to be late for work. Thank God God escaped from the zombies on the roof, and here he stayed. Look above him. A plane is on fire and getting off the sky, and all the buildings around you are taking off and people are taking off. All the streets are dying from zombie disease. What suddenly spread? Tendo finally realized that he is not required to go to work again despite the sorrows located everywhere because he is very, very, very happy. He was really flying with joy after a few gifts. It now seems that people are dying in. Some message to tell me, so he knows the news. Yes, he checked her address and she told him to come. She was happy now, of course, and some of them came down from the roof pipes or then installed his own, and he started running among the zombies and destroyers. It is located to the right and left. After a while, the building arrived. He went to her apartment as soon as she called him and entered. The apartment was hidden, and she was happy that he came. Why? Because she had zombies in the house at the time. On this zombie, why is the company manager all of them, and he knew that they were already married in secret from behind the company. That's why you always told me not. I'm happy because the manager is already married. 2 tasks quickly, he hits the manager until he falls. So she continues with him, Otori, and killing him will be happy with her. Unfortunately, she fell to the ground, and it turned out that she was bitten by this zombie before. He dies instead of getting away. It means that she will turn into a zombie and actually hope she turned into a zombie and started attacking Tintin Tendo. He was very upset that she had changed, and he was crying because he loved her. Seriously. But he caught himself, took some of it, and returned his apartment. The path of the season, when he sat with himself for a while because the topic is not as nice as he thought because people die in very ugly ways. So he knew that he too could die at any moment. So he decided that the first must before he dies. Make a list of them. At least he has something he wants to do and do indeed. He brought pain and started writing about it. There is nothing he wants to do before he turns into a zombie. I wrote a lot of things, like he himself buys things from the supermarket without caring about money, or he hits a lot of firecrackers without. He also doesn't care about money or anything, and books. Many other things of the same form, and therefore, after he finished writing, he went to sleep because he will actually start doing all this tomorrow. The next day he woke up and started to run out. First, he cleaned his room, all of them, and those who haven't been able to clean them for a long time, very much because of the pressure of work that was on him a lot. Then he took some of it and went out into the street to achieve everything Ahlam. Went to the supermarket and started buying everything, the food he wants without worrying. The money is pure. Then he started dyeing his hair as it was. He doesn't like his hair in appearance. Again, like before, then he drew a giant picture of himself on the face of the company. And of course he was the same in the games. The fire is big and he will still have a lot of zombies. She started running after her, so he ran away from them. Thank God, God has a new dream that suddenly comes true because he has motorcycle. And he dreamed of riding a motorcycle from it was a long time ago, but sir, as soon as he came, I went out to him, he hit all the firecrackers he had. Of course I'm flying with joy. But that's how the day ended. The next day, he went up to the roof again, and after a while, a very beautiful slice of meat that is still structured and mixed. Why doesn't he have salt? Of course he's upset, but all the time I am the same, by God. I will not eat unless I answer a little salt. The zombies will be better, and I will take some of it. He went to a store to get salt and pepper, but suddenly I went out. There was one before him in the store here. This girl's name is Shizuoka and literally Tendo Lama. He saw that he really liked her, but she wasn't interested, so honest that someone was running once upon a time. She was not interested in Kondo, so he came out. He is helped by the zombie Dawn behind him. So Shizuoka is saved on it with all the skill of each other, and I walked from one place other than that. You will respond and talk to Tando at all. This treatment is because she sees that what helps someone at the end of the world remains stupid and dangerous. Go with him to these two groups. He got over the situation and came back. His apartment, and there by chance he saw a picture of him and his friend, a sweeper from the old days. So he felt that he had to ask about him. Oven reassures him that he is still alive, so he is very happy. But unfortunately he told him it was okay and I was lost because I was locked in a hotel full of zombies and I don't know. Get out of the room where you are going to spend time. He knew the name of the hotel and said to him, I am coming to you. Immediately, he locked the door with you and actually took the motorcycle call. He went out and ran on his couch all the way a zombie kept coming out of here and there and jumping from on top of the cars and holding his motorcycle. Wow, literally with a wonder. Every zombie has run out of countries. After a long road, he arrived at the hotel. But here the biggest problem is that the place is full of zombies. It's not normal at all. But Tendo had an account. He heard it with him, played songs on it, and threw it away far away so that the zombies would be busy with it. It actually happened. The Tendo started running among the zombies and trying to escape from anyone who stands in his way. And frankly, the idea is to call. He used to play football in his university days. The American made him very rigid in his movement. Thus, he knew how to escape from zombies with ease. He also arrived at Kansha's room, and they were very, very happy that they saw each other. Finally, they will express their love for each other more. They are another group of zombies. Quickly take a call on the roof. They close the door behind them with a ladder after that. Whoever has broken pipes, that's it. Sir, he made a lot of food for Tendo as an expression of gratitude. Then they kept talking to each other about both. Some people apologized for their many quarrels. It happened a long time ago at that time. He looked at a notebook, Tendo. Let him come to his list of those who need it. He does it before he turns into a zombie. Honestly, he liked this idea very much and was encouraged to continue with it. He does everything he wants. So I said, I know. What do I really want to be? I really want to remain a hero. Superhuman protects weak people from zombies. At that time, he told him, but you are not superhuman. This is the only place protected from zombies. They were happy with this news. Then they stayed sitting. They talked more with all these people. and they know that the two girls were flight attendants before the end. The world and the man with them were the same. The bus was important, and he started talking to Flight. Add-ons on the side, and Tindafin talks with Shizuoka. Shizuoka was still determined to call his friend as very stupid because he helps people, and she said, "It is very dangerous to help anyone now. Other than yourself, you are still trying to correct her words. Love." The driver turned into a zombie and started attacking them because it was counted before he was afraid they were removed from it. But why are these zombies gone? Kinch and the flight attendants decided to lean on each other and run away. As for Tandafara, he is transporting his friend, and thank God he is. He will do this because this zombie driver will bite his hosts, and his transformation are also zombies. But in the summary at the last moment will be over and saved. Why would the zombies still leave the place? She didn't know how to escape. So he refused to let her go and went to cash zombies, and Tendo took Shizuoka and ran away. Of course, I mean. The Kinch came out behind him. At that moment, Tendo went to see which car was in the place. They run away from here because zombies are everywhere. Place? Thank God they found a working car. A team, everyone made the place now. Everyone is now. She will talk a little, and as usual, she saw them all. Stupid people to save her, and they didn't care about themselves. I wasn't mad at her, but Tendula, on the contrary, came out. She had a nice drink, and he started joking with her a lot. Very much so that he can reassure them that he can change it. It changes and opens up to them more and more. And thus they start as long as they are on their way to the basin. This sea paradise is located in very many places. To play once. They went down and ate a dog once. They went down and his work hurt his health 100 times, and they left a hot bath. Changes the atmosphere and so on. Literally after every, they took each other very, very much and loved each other too. And Tendo Shizuka loved each other more. The important thing is, sir. They continued like this as they were on the way until they finally reached the Paradise Sea Basin. A distance on nails made them deviate from their Egypt, so by mistake. Tendo floundered and fainted. After a while. You will find Suji, the old manager, in front of him, of course. Tendo was terrified and thought of himself nightmare, but this is not a nightmare, but a reality because you are Suji. After he woke him up, they started to see the place. They told him that when he fainted, they brought his friends. Here they entered the Marine Basin of Paradise, and they also knew he is the leader of the place here and he is the leader here. One time the company sent him to photograph the place here at a time. What happened at the end of the world at that time? He refused to leave the place and all the employees who were there with him. This place remained his and they surrounded him after that with walls and leave zombies behind these walls to prevent anyone from entering. They also found a huge number of people came to him and they are all here for protection, food, drink and everything in it. There are many of them in the place because he thought that after all these years, Hosuji was on. At least it has changed, but my loss has not changed with all impudence. Tando knew that he would return to work for him, and all the people here work for him. Either he works against his will and lives, or he will fire him outside the place and he will live alone without his friends. I said indeed against his will. He returned to being a humiliated slave like before. Zuka and Kinsha were seeing the most blocked in place here, but they weren't there. They knew how to help him completely. As he was a Shushuka, he took her out to his car and told her that he will fix the car and they must run away from here. They live with themselves that this is not a life at all. So, my friend, what is the real problem now? The problem now is that suddenly there was a hack. The walls were made of zombies, and in seconds, they rose. Chaos and zombies spread everywhere. In the whole building is bigger than a bunch of zombies. They went to the shark tank and killed everyone. Those there also fell at the shark. All of them. They all understand why this is a disaster, by the way, but there is in general. You saw this time as an Arabic reformer. That's it, Suzuka. And they told him that now I can escape. We will not live as slaves again. But unfortunately, my voice affects us. He was so stubborn that he refused and entered the building. Another resident at that moment was sad on Tendo. I took his touch and went inside. He was there, by the way. She preferred to remind him that they were having fun. How long before they came here, and where I was very happy after that, and I showed him his list in order to remember at that time. Tanda realized that in the past, before the end of the world, Abdo was the end. The world was happy and joyful, and doing everything it was I wanted. so no one else should come back. He took the list and said to him, "I am independent and I will leave." Here he gets very, very angry and will still humiliate Tendo. The zombies arrived and chaos spread throughout. His men even attacked the zombies as he looked. He tries to help people and lacks value in them. Then he took everyone he knew to save them. He went with them to the shark tank. Felix was there. Why would they fight with him? The giant shark jumped from the sink. He appeared to everyone as a zombie. Don't forget I said he was a zombie a while ago, so that's normal. He turns into a zombie. The idea here is that everything they were. We are afraid of this shark. What a shark, it will run behind them, but suddenly all the zombies that ate them. Before that, the shark's leg came out of its stomach and they run. So the shark knows how to run and has started. He runs after everyone at this moment. Taking 2 of these things, people ran to the room. And this shark is so pure that I have not found a solution that puts a kansha batteries, and she told him to throw them to Tendo and tell him he uses it with the strength of the suit he has and hits. It has shark nostrils and its brain at that time. The shark will die quickly. And this is just sand batteries, are the same as these batteries. The shark hit her, and her brain died, the shark too, and we were relieved of it. But sir, everything ended well. Yes, there were a lot of losses, but thank God after a while, all the people who were she is still alive and has taken all the loyalists in the whole place, and the decision to walk from here completely in. At that moment, a Kosovar came out again, and it turned out that he was a wach. He kept yelling at everyone so they wouldn't leave him, but nothing. No one cared about him, and they left him too and walked away and covered him up. He is currently walking with his friends and kept tricking him. He didn't leave him alone, and he still didn't agree. So he was alone in this destroyed place, but his friends remained. They decided that they would continue their lives and work for themselves in it, even if it is the end of the world. I prefer the extent life in the movie ends, but that's it. Peace.